Eddie, you got us?
Hello, you
We got you loud and clear.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. What the heck? Hey, we could have done better with the tin cans and the little string. My God, how are you guys?
We're doing amazing, man. Thank you for your patience.
I'm old school. Yeah, thanks for the patience. I would have loved to do the old school clubhouse thing. Eddie, let me ask you something. I say the Pacers choked. They were up the whole game. To go up 3-1 in the series, I thought it started to loom on their minds a lot, and I saw that they clearly gave up a double-digit lead the whole game. I thought they dominated the game on all facets. Their defense has become the OKC Thunder defense, in my opinion, from what everyone was saying, the OKC Thunder's generational defense, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Pacers look damn good to me on that side of the ball as well. What did the Pacers do? What happened the other night to go up 3-1?
Well, two things that stick out to me. One is what the Pacers have been doing, everybody in the league through the whole postseason was done to us. We're the ones making the comebacks. We're the ones doing things that you didn't think were possible. We did it in all the series, including this one. And all of a sudden, something that we didn't think was possible was done to us. So maybe it's the law of averages. But I think where the game was lost was in the third quarter. Pacers go up 10, and I believe the scenario was where Toppin gets fouled, and if he goes to the free throw line, he makes 2 free throws, we go up 12. Well, he misses both free throws. They come down. I think they miss. We come down, take a quick 3, miss it. So you start adding these up. There's 2, there's 3, there's a basket. You should have been up 17. You're only up 10. And then they cut it to single digits going in the fourth quarter. And we know in the NBA, single digits is, 20-point lead in third quarter is nothing in the NBA. It's nothing. College, a little different. In the NBA, 30-point lead, you got the W. 20-point lead, you got to still play. So I thought the Pacers did not extend that lead in the third quarter. That opened the door, and you're playing the best team in basketball. It doesn't surprise me that they were going to do something like that. But now, hey, you know what? It's not over. I mean, a lot of Pacer people are telling me, oh, it's over. I'm like, wait a minute. Is it really the second team to 2 wins the championship? Because I thought it was first to 4. When's the second to 2 thing? So where the hell did this come from? Listen, it's the best of 3. Yeah, they got 2 games out there. But we have shocked, I think, even ourselves, Pacer fans, with what this team has done in the postseason this year. So would it shock any of us if they went out there and won tonight? No, it wouldn't shock me.
Wouldn't shock me either. No. I got to ask you this. A lot of the conversation around game 4 was that the Pacers got cheated. You know, the refs made some bad calls late in the game. Scott Foster's name always gets brought up in these situations. What's your opinion on that piece of it? Do you feel like some of those calls went against us and kind of went OKC's favor?
I think you can watch any sport. You can watch football and say, hey, that call went against us. This one went for us. Yeah. Listen, we if you looked at our last 10 possessions of regulation, we scored 1 point. I think we had 4 or 5, 6 guys miss shots. One guy missed 2 free throws. Another guy, the same guy, missed 1 of 2 free throws. These are all in the last 10 possessions of the game. The officials didn't do that. There's a great coach who won 4 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers named Chuck Noll, and used to famously tell his guys, let's play so well today, the officials won't matter. Well, I think if you're an honest Pacer fan, you can say, did you play so well, the officials didn't matter? No, you didn't. You played bad in the fourth quarter. You opened the door for a bad call here or there to maybe affect the game, but I don't think the officials affected the game. You know what that drives me nuts, though, is before the game, the narrative from the national folks was, hey, OKC, they're 5-0 after they lose the game in the playoffs, and they haven't lost back-to-back games since early April. Okay, sounds good, right? Well, guess what? The Pacers haven't lost a game after back-to-back games since early March.
How about it?
Before freaking April. Last time I looked at the damn calendar, and the Pacers haven't lost back-to-back in the playoffs, and they're also 5-0 after they lost. But they kind of forgot. I always go, wait a minute. There's 2 teams playing in this freaking championship, not just one. My God.
The Pacers been getting disrespected all playoffs long. They win, and people still count them out. They were underdogs both games at home.
But they don't have a superstar. They don't have a superstar like James Harden. They don't have a superstar. You need James Harden. Now, you're not going to make the freaking championship. You're not going to win one with James Harden, but you got a superstar. I mean, give me a break. I thought, as the great Herman Edwards said, you play to win the game. That's why you freaking play. You play to win the games and then win a freaking championship. You don't play to lead the league in scoring. You don't play to lead the league in freaking touchdown passes. You play these freaking games. These owners are paying millions to win games, to win freaking championships. How simple is that? I don't know. Maybe
I love you, Eddie. I love you, Eddie. Go ahead, JB.
Love that. I love that energy. I got to ask you, Eddie, real quick. This is why I said they choked, though, because they are up. They were dominant, and then all of a sudden you can't make a free throw. You can't figure out your own way. You can't make a shot. You're struggling on offense, and you let them back in the game. I thought the game was wrapped. You're at home. You can't miss free throw, Smitty. That's called choking. That's the definition. Like, that's my opinion. I think the deers and headlights came out. That's all I'm saying.
The only thing is, I look at it this way. I'm old. I mean, I worked for Coach Shula. I worked for Coach Holtz. You know, if you're going to do this against New York and you lose the fourth quarter lead at home, hey, the fans in Oklahoma City can do this. I get that. I'm a big boy. I can handle that crap. But the thing is did Bill Buckner choke when a ball went between his legs? He was a hell of a ball player. Let me ask you something. I don't know if you're Yankee fans or not, but I still remember it like yesterday. Mariano Rivera, the greatest closer of all time, is on the mound, 3 outs away from going to the freaking World Series. They're up 3-0 over Boston. We would have bet everything that the Yankees are going to win the series. Maybe there's a fluke and they blow that 1-run lead. Well, of course they did, and they went on to lose 4 games in a row. These guys are competitors. They're professionals. And the bottom line is they're human beings. They make mistakes. Things happen. Guys, how about the golf tournament yesterday? I mean, 5-6 guys could have won it, and guys were falling by it. Do you think they wanted to hit it in the rough? Do you think they wanted to miss the putt? No, it's competition. You know, as Chris Berman says, you know, that's why they play the games, Tommy. I mean, that's why we have the competition.
That's where I'm at. Like, because I look at choking like something mentally happened to where this moment was too big for you, and you just got so nervous and scared in a moment that you just could not execute. To me, if you watch what the Pacers have done all playoff long, there is zero evidence that would tell you that mentally they're not strong enough to be prepared in that moment. I'm leaning more towards what you just broke down, Eddie. And sometimes the ball just doesn't go in. It's not in your favor. It's competition. Sometimes the other team just gets hot. It's not about you choking in the moment being too big. It's competition. These guys are NBA players as well. And to me, that's what I think is going on. Before I transition to the fever, because I see the poll you got on right now, I want to go ahead and ask you right now, who do you got winning tonight? Are you choosing with the hometown team? I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, so I am biased. But I got the Pacers winning tonight and then closing it out back in Indy in Game 6. That's where I'm at now. I've changed my mindset. What do you got?
I think the Pacers win tonight, and I think in a weird way, either team winning. I just think it's a great series, but I think it has been a great series. Been storylines. I love the narrative that how each team has been built. I mean, this is something we're not used to. I mean, we're used to seeing the 1 superstar, 2 superstar, 3 superstar, and I think this gives hope to all the teams in the league that say, hey, if they could do it, we can do it, and maybe we can do it that way. So I think it's good for either team wins. I'd like the series to go 7, but right now I'll take a 6-game win tonight and then win it here Thursday night. Our owner's 90 years old. He's the longest tenured owner in the NBA. He's really a good guy. There's some owners who are knuckleheads. Ours is not. So I'd like us to win it really for him.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick. Assholes pucker when it gets to be when we come down to the wire. I don't remember a Jordan, a Kobe, or a big-time guy down the stretch missing free throws at home to clinch a game or to at least keep us in the mix. I don't. But listen, to Eddie's point, it is a team game at the end of the day in basketball. All 5 guys got to participate. I get all that. But assholes do pucker, Smitty, and I don't know if Indiana – and OKC hasn't been there either. But one team had the lead. That's the only reason I'm saying that. I don't believe this is a choke artist team because look what they've done already. Beating the Knicks, beating Cleveland. they've already exceeded. They've already exceeded, in my opinion, the expectations of what anyone else thought they would do. So, overall, I don't think they're a choke team. I just think that game, particularly when you're up at home, maybe became a little bit brighter lights than they expected. I don't know, but it's going to be critical. I don't know. Just answering your question to Eddie, the momentum has to be in OKC's favor now, and it's going to be tough in that white shirt environment tonight in OKC. If they win tonight, if the Pacers win tonight, I don't see anything stopping them now. But I think this is a game. This is a series that's going to go 7 now, in my opinion. Whether they win tonight or not, I think it goes 7. But that's my thing. But Eddie, I got to ask you. You got that Fever shirt on?
Yes.
I told Smitty on this show the WNBA viewership is going to crumble when Caitlin got hurt, and it did. And Smitty owes me money. But why are the tabloids continuing to say Angel Reese when this lady came back and scored 34 and was hitting bombs from 35 feet out? She just keeps getting overshadowed by a person. Angel Reese, who does nothing but rebounds her own misses. Like, it's a bad look for me. But Caitlin Clark is the WNBA, and they all need to pay her ass some sort of salary to tell her that. Smitty, Caitlin Clark's the WNBA.
Hey, hold on real quick, though. They were showing Caitlin Clark everywhere. So I don't say she got overshadowed. Everywhere I scrolled, it was. We've never seen this stat line before. Look at this 3-point shot.
Angel Reese, second youngest triple
That
double.
was later on in the day after we had already saw the Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry, Eddie. Go ahead. We'll argue all day.
No, I'll just hang on and listen. I'll listen to you guys go back and forth.
And by the way, when Caitlin Clark got drafted, Eddie, just so you understand where we're coming from, JB was the guy that said she will be a bust. He said Caitlin Clark will be a bust. Don't roll your eyes. We got it on tape.
Eddie, I said she is not Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Miller. That's what I said specifically, Eddie. So don't let him skew you. But go ahead, Eddie. Let's get your take.
Hey, is an old guy. You guys are too young. There's a guy that my hero, Frank Sinatra, used to say, "Call me a son of a bitch, but spell my name right." And you know what? Publicity, bad publicity is good publicity. First of all, I'm so old. When I was up at Notre Dame, I saw Cheryl Miller play in person. To this day, the best player I've ever seen is Cheryl Miller. Now, Caitlin Clark has a chance to maybe surpass it, but Cheryl Miller was the best women's basketball player I had ever seen with these old eyes. I think the league is obviously growing like crazy the last 2 years. And listen, there's plenty of room for a lot of superstars in the WNBA. We need a lot of James Hardens. But I think it's great. I think the more debate, I think it's fantastic. 4 years, 5 years ago, you guys would not be talking about the WNBA. Right. No, you would not. And I think the more people talking about it, the more arguments, Angel versus Caitlin, Caitlin versus Angel. Meanwhile, the lady out in Las Vegas is the best player in the league.
Angel Wilson.
And then you got a super team in New York. That's really freaking
Breanna Stewart.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of great players in the league. And the more people just talk about the W, the better it is. I mean, I can't wait for those playoffs because the problem with the W is there's a small number of teams. They're going to add some more. You know, there's great players. Believe it, it's the hardest professional league to make in North America anywhere. It's because of the number of teams and the number of spots. There are great players who are not playing right now in the W because there just aren't enough spots. And so it's very competitive, and I can't wait for the playoffs, and I love it. And again, I like the fact that we have a team that's really good with some young players. We got some veteran free agents that came in this year. So I hope that, Caitlin Clark can stay healthy as everybody else, and maybe we can challenge for a championship.
If she stays healthy, I think we got a chance. When you think about Kelsey Mitchell over there, you think about Leah Boston, the way she's mature, Sophie Cunningham, I'm just naming out Lexi Hall, we're just thinking about some of the names on top of the head who are big contributors for the team. We see when Caitlin Clark is healthy, how dangerous that team is. I mean, Caitlin Clark returns her first game back. They play against New York, who was undefeated going into that game, the reigning champions, and we give them their first loss. So we see how dangerous this Fever team can be. I just hope that they can stay healthy.
Yeah, I could care less, but hey, good luck to that league. And Eddie, I love that we're older heads. I'm almost 50. This kid right here is 31. Eddie, I can't praise you enough, Eddie, to watch WNBA. I can't praise you enough. Jesus Christ, I love it. Eddie, let me ask you something.
He's a hater. He's a hater, Eddie. Sorry,
Eddie. Outside of Indiana, would you trade Ja Morant if you are the Memphis Grizzlies, because they got rid of Desmond Bane last night in a blockbuster trade, and now rumors are everywhere that you can dump that $126 million remaining 3-year deal for Ja Morant? Would you ever do that?
It's a great question. You know, that stupid phrase, your greatest ability is availability. I mean, that's really important when you're paying the money you are, and it cuts in obviously there's a cap and all that stuff. You got to make sure that people are available to play. I mean, what good are you if you can't play? And I think that's one of the factors you got to look at. And then listen, you guys know there's stuff that goes on. There's backstories. There's things that go on in the locker room, in an organization that we never know. Even the insiders, the Shefsties of the world, those guys, they don't know. I mean, there's a reason Devers was traded yesterday. We think we know. Was it because he wouldn't change the position? But we don't know. And was that the best deal? We don't know. There's reasons that things happen. So only Memphis knows the real story and whether they should keep him or get rid of him. But I mean, if you get rid of him and you see what some of these guys are going for in the pick, how many picks is he going to get? And if you're an organization, here's the deal. You guys know this. Half the general managers in the league are not trying to win. They're trying to keep their jobs. Yep. Okay? They're trying to keep their jobs and get an extension. So they may have a horseshit team, and they trade for him, and they tell their owner, hey, and their fan base, hey, look we got Morant. We got Morant, one of the most exciting players. He's a superstar. Bada bing, bada boom. Ticket sales go up. And the owner's happy because he's like, look, they got my new pride and joy here, but the team doesn't win. You don't know that. Some general managers just want to keep their jobs. A couple actually want to win games and win championships. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about in the league.
No, I agree. It's going to be interesting. Where do you think KD ends up?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm worried about beating Oklahoma City tonight. Do I give a shit where he goes? I don't care less. All I'm worried about is the Pacers beat Oklahoma City tonight, the Fever win at home tomorrow night, your favorite team, and we just keep rolling, and we can maybe put not one but 2 championships in the same year in the greatest city in the world, the city of Indianapolis, the great state of Indiana, the state that gave you Hoosiers, gave you Rudy, gave you Newt Rockne, gave you Bobby Knight, gave you Rockne, Bobby Knight, Rudy, and Hoosiers, Caitlin, Peyton Manning, Reggie Miller, Joe Montana. Oh, baby doll.
Eddie, you can come on this show whenever you want to. I don't care if it's a Saturday. We'll start a show up that day. This is my favorite guest. This is my favorite guest ever.
Hey, Eddie, what's the Knicks going to do?
We don't care about the Knicks.
They're going to get red clots. Red clots. Google it. He coached the Washington Generals for 80 years against the Globetrotters. I think he's dead, so he might not be available.
Eddie, are you born and raised in Indianapolis?
Hell no. I'm from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, the Poconos, God's country.
Okay. All right. I had to make sure.
I'm from back east, God's country.
So you're a 76ers fan.
Well, yeah, interesting enough, I was a Sixers fan. George McGinnis is my favorite player growing up. Yep.
Back in the day.
The truth comes out. So are you a Yinzer or
No, that's Western PA. When I was with the Dolphins, Marino, they have a different accent, Western PA. Marino would say like, sup, S-U-P, sup. I'm like, what? Meaning what's up. Western PA talks a certain way. Philly talks like Jersey. And up in northeastern Pennsylvania, we kind of have a hard thing. We kind of talk like maybe North Jersey. Pennsylvania's a big-ass state.
Nah, no doubt.
Huge state. Man.
Yeah, no doubt. Eddie, we got to have you on again, man. I love the energy, man.
After the Pacers win the finals, you're coming back on this show, and we're going to talk Pacers for 3 hours.
And then we got to talk WNBA for 10 hours with your partner over there.
I can't wait. He's going to love it. He's going to learn to love it.
God
Eddie,
bless you guys. God bless
appreciate
God
you,
bless
brother.
you, Eddie. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.